You know where most deals die? Not in cold calls, not in initial discovery. They die in the demo. Here are 7 mistakes silently killing your demos and exactly how to fix each one. Too many reps start with weather, traffic, or weekend plans. That's fine when you're waiting for others to join, but once everyone's on, they didn't show up to chat. They showed up to learn. Here's how I like to open. I've already done some research on your company and roles, so we can actually skip the intros unless there's something specific you wanted to add. But what I'm really curious about is what made you want to spend 30 minutes of your day talking to 2 salespeople about something as boring as asset management? I like this because it's self-aware and it shifts the focus to their motivation. Respecting their time is one of the fastest ways to build rapport. You'd be surprised how fast people open up when they feel understood instead of sold to. You hear one pain point and jump right in with, "Oh, we can fix that." But this just yanks them out of their story. It's like you're on a date and they're telling you about their backpacking trip in Yellowstone, and you interrupt them just to tell them about your trek through the Himalayas. Stop being a me monster. It ruins the entire experience. Instead, stay quiet, listen, and ask follow-ups like, why is that important now? What happens when it all goes wrong? Who takes care of that? Walk me through how you handle that today. And if they're frustrated, mirror their frustration. Wow, that sounds really irritating. Then pause. The silence invites depth. Early on, I thought demos were product tours. Click here, click there, talk about some features. But buyers don't care about buttons and workflows. They care about how you think. Instead, focus on methodologies and ideologies, not features and functions. Anyone can click a UI, but you prove domain expertise when you explain why great teams tackle a problem a certain way and how that approach either reduces risk or increases outcomes. Start by teaching the framework, the principles behind how great teams solve this problem. Then let your product simply demonstrate that philosophy in action. A generic product tour sounds something like, here's a dashboard where you can see all of your assets. But a framework first demo sounds like, great teams solve this by correlating data from their devices, users, and SaaS applications. Now watch how we can use that information to surface gaps automatically. It's not about where you click, it's about why you click there. This is why methodologies are so important. At CrowdStrike, we taught about the shift from hash-based detection to machine learning and fileless attacks. At Extonius, we reframed from static CMDBs to data correlation across messy, conflicting sources. Every great demo should follow a story arc. Begin by understanding where they are today and then guide them to the dark night of the soul. That realization where staying the same is risky and expensive. Your goal is to make them feel the pain of staying the same so that your solution feels like relief. Then and only then do you introduce your solution and sell value. The value of your product is directly proportionate to the pain it solves. It's always darkest before the dawn, and it looks like if we don't solve this in Q1, then we'll miss our compliance deadline and be hit with a 6-figure fine. That is when they're ready to hear your solution. Sometimes they'll say, no, skip the slides, just show me the product. Don't fight it, but don't surrender either. Hey, that's totally fair. I'll jump right in. But before we do, there's one slide I'd like to go over that will make the demo 10 times more relevant. It's about the methodology behind how we solve this problem. And I know that if we go over it first, it's going to get us all on the same page, reduce questions, and actually give us more time to talk about what matters. That line shows leadership and keeps the conversation under your control. Remember, your prospect probably knows way more about the domain than you do, but they don't always know what they need. They can describe the pain, but often misdiagnose the cause. If they diagnose incorrectly, they treat it incorrectly. See, your job is to help them diagnose the real cause and then prescribe the right medicine. Because if they self-diagnose wrong, they buy the wrong solution and then blame you when it doesn't work. The worst demos, the one where one person talks and the other completely zones out. Even if you're a solo seller, great demos are a team sport. If you're in enterprise sales, that means tight AE-SE rhythm. The AE drives the story forward while the SE deepens it with technical proof. If your SE jumps in to clarify or ask questions while you're talking, that's awesome. It means they're listening and engaged. But if during the demo they start going down rabbit holes, it's your job as an AE to gently bring them back. If you're solo, just tag team it differently. Bring your founder on the call, a product manager, or even a colleague who can handle the technical questions while you stay focused on the discovery and the methodologies. You're not two different presenters, you're one team serving one storyline. That type of chemistry takes prep and trust, but when you get it right, it's magic. Don't end with, so any questions? 5 to 10 minutes before time, set the frame. Hey, we've only got a few minutes left. Let's align on next steps. If time runs out, schedule a quick recap call with your coach or champion. Hey, you know what? We're really tight on time. Can I call you later today and have a quick 10-minute recap call to talk next steps? That one-on-one follow-up is gold. They'll often share real insights about timeline, budget, and decision-making process that they wouldn't feel comfortable sharing in front of the whole group. Those calls turn demos into deals. Here's the real secret. The goal of the demo isn't to force a yes. It's to have your buyer walk away saying, wow, that was worth my time. If your demos educate, engage, and genuinely help, you'll win the right deals, and even the wrong fits will still respect you. That's how you build a reputation. That's how you build a career. And that's how you master the demo. Which mistakes hit closest to home for you? Drop a number 1 through 7 in the comments. I like to read every single one. And if you want my full demo framework, grab the free guide below. It goes a little bit deeper than this video.